Hello, my name is Tammy Clark, and my video today is about responsibility of supervision at schools. The reason I chose this topic and it is important to me is because of an issue at my school. After school, we have what we call taxi riders, which are about 25 students that use the public transportation. These students are ages kindergarten through 8th grade. They have to wait an extra 45 minutes for transportation to their home or to the babysitter. My key points in this presentation are role of supervision, definition of foreseeability, what must be done, cases involving duties of supervision, issues in my own district, and the ISLIC standards. All teachers and administrators are expected to provide reasonable supervision of students under their charge. The degree of supervision depends on each situation. The younger the students, the greater the need for supervision. The greater the potential for injury, the greater the need exists for supervision. So if I'm a physical education teacher, I have a greater potential for injury. If I am supervising recess, there is a greater potential for injury. Supervision before and after school. As an administrator or teacher, we have responsibility to provide some sort of supervision to students who arrive early to school, and we need to provide some sort of supervision to those who remain after school on school grounds. And the reason for this is the establishment of foreseeability. If students are unsupervised, there is a foreseen possibility of injury or harm. Definition of foreseeability. The ability to anticipate the future events, outcomes, or results of an action based on the circumstances, past experiences, apparent riders, or reasonable sense of expected of a human being. This is the reason foreseeability is established when a group of students arrive early or remain after school without supervision. As teachers and administrators, we are expected to foresee that students might be harmed if there is no supervision. Foreseeability, once it is established, is necessary to ensure that prudent measures be taken. This does not mean that teachers and administrators are expected to know or guarantee that students will not get injured at school. If students are at school, there must be supervision. What must be done? We need to take reasonable steps to ensure that take reasonable steps necessary to prevent foreseeable harm to students. We need to have knowledge of potentially dangerous situations that cannot be ignored. Must report any observed unsafe hazards so that reasonable steps can be taken to remedy the situation. Don't leave students unsupervised. There needs to be proper instruction and warning of danger, especially like in a science lab or industrial arts. And we need to make sure and provide safe working environments, and that is also in the case especially in a science lab or industrial arts class. I have cited 3 cases involving duties of supervision. The first one is Rathnow versus Knox County. A high school student was injured when she fainted after viewing a first aid instructional video depicting simulated wounds that were being shown in one of her classes. And in this case, the school's policy allowed the teacher the discretion to permit the student to leave the classroom, and so the student left. And when the student went outside, and after a disclosed period of time, she fainted and fell to the ground, and when she fell, a piece of her front tooth broke off. And after that, the teacher filed an accident report. The judge in this case ruled that the fall and injury was not a probable consequence of her leaving the classroom without the aid of someone. The second case is Lanier versus City of Dyersburg. In this case, negligence due to alleged assault by another student. And the student's mother filed suit against the school system due to an alleged assault on the student by another student. The trial court granted summary judgment to the city, finding the assault unforeseeable as a matter of law. The third case was Hill versus Safford United School District. Following an argument at school, a Safford High School student, Scott Fast, fatally shot Clint Hill, another student, after school at a location outside the city of Stafford. In this case, the trial court granted summary judgment in favor of the appellees, finding no liability as a matter of law. And they also said that it was foreseeable that Fast would harm or cause injury to Hill, and the school failed to take any action to prevent the events that led to his death. And it needs to be noted that courts have stated that a teacher who negligently supervises can be held liable for injuries resulting from that negligent supervision. The supervision issue in my district, we have students that wait on the public transportation because their child care providers or parents will not pick them up, and the demand for city transportation is greater than the spaces available. The city is not willing to limit the number of requests, so because of this, it becomes a school supervision issue, and students are still at school waiting for a ride as much as 45 minutes after school. At this particular time, there has not been a resolution to the problem, but it will be done beginning for the next school year. The ISLIC standards covered or related to this are Standard 3, because as school leaders we need to promote a safe learning environment. Standard 5, because as school leaders we need to promote the success of every student by acting with integrity, fairness, and an ethical manner. And then Standard 6, which covers the legal issues involved in student supervision. This is the end of my video. Thanks for watching.